the Laxgene Group Global, crafting the future of hospitality in venture capital.
Welcome to all our participants and thank you for joining us today. We are thrilled to have you here. My name is Tarandeep Kaur, but you can also call me Tara Kohli. I work as a business development analyst at TLG Global, and I'm happy to be your moderator for this session. Today's webinar is focused on, we will be focusing on exploring the opportunities available through European residency, with a special highlights on Latvian and Portuguese residency and citizenship programs, and also a real estate properties which TLG owns. So we will be presenting those also. Offer unique advantages whether you are looking to expand your business, enjoy a European lifestyle, or simply benefit from across the entire Schengen region. Today we have a speaker with us, Banda Mukta, Martin Hernandez, and Misam Hussain. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. As I mentioned, I am a business analyst at the TLG Global. So before we begin, please note that this presentation is prepared exclusively for stakeholders of Lux Smart Hospitality Investment and also the Platinum Fund. It is for informational purpose only and does not represent any offer to buy or sell securities. Sorry? It is for international purpose only and does not represent any offer to buy or sell securities, nor does it provide financial, legal, tax, or investment advice by L Hotels Latvia, SIA, or any of its advisors. This presentation contains a statement that shall reflect the company's current perspective regarding its future operations and financial performance. Please refer to the full disclaimer visible on your screen for the complete legal and regulatory details. We encourage you to review it carefully. So let me now introduce our first speaker. We are pleased to welcome Banda Mukta, Investor Relations Officer at TLG Global. With a strong background in global human resources, business development, and corporate leadership, she has successfully transitioned her strategic and analytical expertise into the field of investor relations. In her current role, she managed communications with a portfolio of over 300 investors, fostering trust, transparency, and alignment. Fostering trust, transparency, and alignment between investor interests and the company's long-term strategies. She will now walk us through the profile of TLG Global. Thank you. Banda Mukta, over to you.
Thank you, Tara, for the lovely introduction. I'm sure you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, I'm sorry there is some connectivity issue here, so I'll just keep my video off, and let's go ahead. I'm really pleased to talk about our company, TLG Global. Since its founding in India in 1983, TLG Global, or more popularly known as the Laxgene Group, has grown into an international investment leader with a strategic presence across key global markets, including Canada, US, Portugal, in Portugal since 2018, and now in Latvia. We are headquartered in Lisbon with offices in India, Dubai, China, Portugal, and Latvia. 40 years plus of expertise in real estate, hospitality, and immigration. We have 27 plus active projects across the globe, 130 million euros worth assets under management. We are very proud to say that we have 1,000 plus successful visa applications. And as an investor relations officer, I'm more proud to say that as Tara already mentioned, that I manage a portfolio of 300 plus investors, satisfied and happy investors with a trusted partnership for long-term success. So with a proven track record and a commitment to excellence, TLG Global is your gateway to high potential opportunities in Portugal, Latvia, and beyond. Moving on next to the next slide, we are very proud to partner with brands like Wyndham As you all might know that Wyndham is one of the most popular brands when it comes to hospitality. So most of our projects will be branded by the Wyndham brand, and also Ramada, which is also a part of Wyndham. We have NXM Consulting as an accounting partner in Latvia, and other brands like we have our own construction company called CVCC. We are also proud to say that we have our own brand of hotel we are launching called as DL Hotels, and more. Yes. So moving on next, I would like to share a portfolio of our projects in Portugal, basically. So the first one is Wyndham Residencies. This is situated in Lourish. It is a beautiful 36 villa project, again branded by the Wyndham brand, and just 15 to 20 minutes away from Lisbon. Wyndham Gardens, which is located at Alentejo, Alcázar do Sal, is a beautiful 4-star hotel, again with 75 rooms. And we have also tried to diversify into residential complex, which is known as L Towers, and office buildings, student residency as well. So I have my colleague Martin, who will later on, venture deep into the real estate part of our portfolio. Moving on, we have a fund here in Portugal known as the Platinum Fund, which again Martin will explain in detail. But I would like to share a brief about 2 other funds that are active. Basically, they are real estate funds. So the first one is CNB. This fund has a total size of 105 million euros, split into 11 projects. The internal rate of return stands at an impressive 17.7%, indicating strong profitability. And if you see the appreciation rate, it is 151%, reflecting significant growth. And the fund maintains a conservative debt to equity ratio of 0.16x, suggesting a low level of leverage. Again, if you see the loan to value ratio, it is 9.97%. OS is also, it might look smaller in size, only 23 million worth, but it has invested in one single project. Internal rate of return is 13.98%, and appreciation rate is 151%. So in summary, both CNB and OSS funds demonstrate robust performance metrics with strong internal rates of return and significant appreciation rates. The conservative leverage ratio reflects a disciplined approach to financial management, making them an attractive option for investors seeking exposure to the Portuguese real estate market. Let's go to the next one, please.
I think you're muted, Tara.
Sorry, I was on mute. So I was thanking Bandamukta for her insightful overview. It is always reassuring for our partners to understand the integrity and vision that drives our investor relations. So your role is aligning trust and strategy is truly valuable. Thank you so much. Next, I'm delighted to introduce our speaker, Martin Hernandez. Martin is a professional in commercial management, logistics, consulting, and real estate fund investments. With strong expertise in market analysis and asset marketing, especially in European regions, he has been instrumental in shaping investment strategies. Today, he will be presenting the Platinum Smart Hospitality Fund and showcasing real estate properties under TLG's portfolio. Thanks to you, Martin. Over to you.
Thank you, Tara. Thank you for making me look good. So, let's talk a little bit here about Platinum One. So Platinum One is our investment fund that has been specifically designed, although it's not only for that purpose, but the main purpose is to allow investment, in this case investors, to obtain a golden visa through this route. So Platinum One is an investment fund that is regulated by CMVM. CMVM is the regulatory entity here in Portugal that oversees not only real estate transactions, real estate operations, but also financial products like this one. And the structure of the fund essentially allows investors to secure a smart investment. In this case, the fund has several categories. We will be focusing more on the preferred category, the residency by investment category, if you will, which is category A. So category A was specifically designed for this investment purpose. Okay, so here we go. So category A has a minimum ticket of 250,000 euros. Okay, we're talking about a ticket that is half of what investors have to invest in order to obtain or to be allowed to proceed with the golden visa process here in Portugal. Or in this case, golden visa is sort of like the commercial name. The more accurate name is residency by investment. Okay, RBI. So RBI in this case in Portugal requires any given investor to invest at least 500,000. In this case, in a fund, for example. There are other ways, but we're going to be focusing here for time purposes only on the fund route, and the 500,000 is the minimum. Why, however, do we have a minimum ticket of 250? Because this way we are not bounding the investor to only invest with us. If they want to invest the full 500,000 with us, that is fine. They know or they will know that by investing the full amount of the 500,000, they're investing in a already regulated fund by CMVM, and that has already had a lot of success in the past. We are talking about when there's no longer that possibility, but TLG until 2023, which was the last year of the real estate investment actually the real estate investment through real estate, process over 1,000 visa applications. So we do have a lot of experience. Over 1,000 visa applications, over 300 investors trusted in us, and so we do have a lot of experience. However, in 2023, the government discontinued the real estate option for this residency by investment, and that's why we now have this option, which is also a very interesting option. The way it works essentially is that investors can adapt a little bit their portfolio. They can diversify here. They can invest 250 with Platinum One, and then they can invest 250 in another fund that is also eligible. So investors have to make sure, they have to do their homework, and they have to make sure that the other fund or funds are also eligible for golden visa purposes. However, like I said, if they so choose to fully invest the 500,000 with Platinum Fund, that is fine, and they are assured that is an eligible investment. Now, on to specifics. We have 2.89 fixed ROI. Okay, so no. Let's stay in the same slide. Thank you. So we have a 2.89 fixed ROI here, meaning that this is a yearly return investment in the order of 2.89, and investors have two options here. They can either maintain their return investment in the fund, creating a compounded effect, which will, of course, have better yields at long term, or they can just retrieve their return investment and maintain their original investment in the fund, be that 250,000 or 500,000, for example. Also, to be noted, there's a minimum required period because this is a closed-ended fund. So in this case, it's 7 years. Why 7 years? 7 years is because the whole process, the golden visa process in Portugal, essentially requires or takes 5 years. Okay, so the process itself, it's 5 years. We're talking about after not only submitting, but in this case, the immigration agency called IMA, the Portuguese immigration agency, approves your application as an investor, in this case, an investor through investment. A resident by investment. And after that, it starts a 5-year process. Okay, there's 2 renewals during this 5-year process. And there are some requirements. I would say here that the main one that investors have to take into account is the fact that the Portuguese law requires these kind of investors to be at least 7 days per year during these 5 years, so a total of 35 days. However, they don't have to spend each year 7 days mandatory. They can, for example, in the first 2 years, spend 14 days in the second year, so some nice vacations here in Portugal, and in the other 3 years can be accommodated in a 21-day period as well. So a bit of a longer vacation. And what we here at TLG provide is free accommodation for the investors. Okay, so these 7 days per year that are required by Portuguese law, the investors can be assured that in any given hospitality asset that is that TLG owns, they can stay there at no cost. So that is also one of the main benefits of investing with us as well. Again, we're talking about a 9-year period, 9 years life cycle of the fund, and then the last 2 years are the divestment period, the period where the fund will be, discontinuing its operations. And the last 2 years are very special because they provide a 7% fixed ROI. Sorry. So in this case, it's a very important way to reward these long-time investors that are in Platinum 1. Okay, we can go to the next slide. Now we have other categories. Okay, the main category for investment is category A. Okay, category B is what we call the common investor category. It has a minimum ticket of 100,000 euros, and this is a variable ROI. Okay, so it depends on the performance of the fund. So putting it simply, category A has a fixed return on investment. Okay, so any performance of the fund will first go to those category A preferred investors. After that, anything that then that remains, and our target, we can go 2 slides back maybe just to clarify this point. Our target is 12%. Okay, so this is more than enough to not only accommodate the ROI of category A investors, but also have a very interesting return investment for category B. Then we have category C, which is especially dedicated for advisory. So these are commercial partners that we have, and this is a way to reward them after they have completed, let's say, for example, 5 or 6 deals with us, or several deals with us. They can opt to have, for example, their commission paid in the participation units in this category. And then there's category D, which is the Laccani family category. This is a way in which the Laccani family is showing not only confidence, but their personal stake at the fund as well. Okay, one last piece of information regarding category A. Category A, the investment is secured by a buyback. Okay, so this not only it has a return investment throughout the years that the investors have their money in the fund, but they will also receive at nominal value their initial investment. It can be the 250, it can be the 500, but they will receive at nominal value their initial investment. So the return investment is simply, I would say, the cherry on top of the fact that you are receiving a temporary residency in Portugal, and then after the 5 years you can opt for citizenship. So this is a very straightforward path, but your investment is also secured by this buyback option. Next slide, please. Now this is maybe for the initial eye, the layman's eye, this is a complicated structure, but I will simplify it here. So where you see here unit holders, that's essentially the investors. Investors essentially deposit their investment in our trusted partner, which is Bison Bank, the depository bank, and then the funds are transferred directly to Platinum, which is the investment fund, of course. Uh, this investment fund is managed by TLG. TLG is an approved and licensed management company for these kind of purposes, for this kind of operation. And then Platinum One will be investing in several areas of investment. The main one is smart hospitality, okay, smart hotels. Those hotels are currently under development. We have two assets right now that will be opening this year. We're talking about El Hotel, in this case, the Fatima El Hotel brand, in this case, Winham. Winham is our trusted partner throughout all the hospitality assets in operations. So we have a hotel asset in Fatima, which is 1 hour, an hour and a half away from Lisbon, and then we have another asset which will be opening this year as well in Alcácer do Sal, also 1 hour away from Lisbon. And these are the two assets in our current pipeline that will be opening this year. The other ones are also underway. We have from north to south several assets in Portugal. Okay, so that is the main area of investment. So hospitality operations, not the real estate operations. That is not allowed under Portuguese law. It's the hospitality operation itself. Then we have technology and education. Okay, so these two areas are related to the first one. Okay, so technology, why? Because we're talking about smart hospitality. Smart hospitality does imply, in this case, having hotels um, that have the latest technology. We're talking about integrating AI, integrating robotics, integrating a whole technology ecosystem within the hotel that will bring an easier and more convenient experience for the guests. Then we have education, and education essentially means that we are investing, for example, in an asset that is a business hub and also a student residency in very nearby Braga, which is a city in the north of Portugal, and essentially will be an incubator for students and professional or young professionals that want to start their careers in the hospitality business. So it will be an self-sufficient and self-reliant way to making sure that we have the best professionals in the area working in the hotels as well. Next slide, please. So I did give a quick overview a few minutes ago, but I'll go again through the Golden Visa process, in this case, a step-by-step process. So the first step that you see here is the process start. So you essentially have to gather all the documentation that is needed, and then you have to follow some small steps. First, you have to create your Portuguese tax number, the NIF, as it's called here. Then, after you obtain that, you can, in fact, open a bank account. And then you have to transfer the funds. And after all of that, you have to make sure, be that with, for example, hiring a professional law firm or a professional immigration agency. We do have a company that is called IIS that provides this kind of consultancy at no cost to the investors, and it helps the investors to submit successfully their application. They have, like I said, helped all of the investors, all the investors that have invested so far with us, in this case, from the real estate route. And we're talking about hundreds of processes that have been successfully submitted. Then, after that, right now, there's a bit of a delay, not at our end, at the immigration agency end, because there's thousands and thousands of applications that are being reviewed constantly every day. And so the process can take a bit. We're talking months or even 1 year or a year and a half. But they are working tirelessly to shrink that process and make it more efficient. So we can tell you that in the last few months that process has become more efficient. So step two is essentially you get the residency card. After you successfully submit, you then, after all the biometrics, etc., you will obtain your first residency card. Okay, that will then have, it will be valid for 2 years, after which you have to renew it again. That is the second renovation. And then you will complete a 5-year process, at the end of which you have two options. First option, you can apply for permanent residency. This process so far has been a temporary residency process, okay? At the end of the 5th year, you have two options. You can either opt to be a permanent resident, or you can opt to obtain citizenship, the Portuguese passport. And that will take another year, roughly speaking, can be a bit less. And then you will be a fully fledged Portuguese and European citizen with all the benefits that that entails, meaning traveling visa-free in the Schengen and the European, the Schengen space and the European Union. Means that you can work, travel, study anywhere in these countries as well. Eligible family members is a very important part. So you can bring your spouse, children under 18, and other family members like parents, grandparents, although you have to make sure that it's reviewed by a professional in order to understand if you have to provide financial dependency in order to be properly approved or not. So that is a small caveat that you have to make sure. Next step, please. Next slide, sorry. So yeah, essentially this is a very small and a summary of what you can obtain as a return on investment if you're in the minimum term, that is 7 years. The 100,000 is sort of the expected if you are investing the full 500,000 investment amount. But if you are an investor that essentially is investing through the whole life cycle, including the divestment period of 11 years, you can expect double that. Why? Because in the last 2 years, you have a very interesting 7% fixed return on investment. So this is a quick overview of not only you obtaining a citizenship, a new European citizenship, but also a very interesting return investment or on your initial 500,000. Then savings. We're talking about, there's no subscription fee. The only fee that you can expect from us is a management fee of 1.5%. Okay, this is a yearly management fee. And then like I referred to previously, because you are required to stay 7 days per year, minimum for the golden visa requirement process, these 7 days will be secured by us and will be covered by us if you stay in one of the TLG hospitality assets. You know, we're talking about these hotels that are opening this year and the years after that as well. And next slide, please. So yeah, so that is essentially Platinum 1, a bit, you know, in a nutshell. I'm sorry if I took a bit longer, but it's a complex, well, not complex, but it does have a lot of information, and this is just an online webinar, which again, thank you for joining us if you're seeing this, and if you're seeing this afterwards, please make sure that if you have any questions, you reach out to us. Anything at all, any questions, we are always happy to answer and to help in the best way that we can. Regarding real estate opportunities, so TLG also owns a very interesting portfolio of real estate assets here in Portugal. Not only the hospitality assets, but other real estate assets as well. We're talking about Portugal in this case is where our main real estate operations are, and in terms of tourism, because we're talking about hospitality assets, we've had over 30 million visitors in the last 2 years, in 2023 alone. 2024, it was even more than that. So we're talking about over 3 times the Portuguese population just in tourism. So this is a very, very big, business area in Portugal that moves a lot of people to visit, to come, and this is a very secure investment that Platinum One Fund is tapping into. Then foreign direct investment regarding real estate, we're talking about over 13 billion just in 2024 alone, and it is expected to grow. And thus, the Portuguese real estate market is in constant growth. Even throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, that market was still growing. So this is a very secure and very stable real estate market that if you are considering, these are the numbers that you have to keep in mind as well. So next slide, please. So this is we have a couple of assets that we want to present. Okay, L Towers and Wyndham Residences. L Towers is a residential condominium located in Pastarcos in Oeiras. This is 15 minutes away from Lisbon by car, and this is a very, very nice condominium, a very, very nice residential condominium that has has 2, 3, and 4 bedroom apartments, the majority of which are 3 bedroom apartments. We're talking about an average of 150 square meters. Okay, very big, very spacious, very nice for family. For starting a family in that apartment, for example. It has a lot of amenities. We're talking about a pool. We're talking about sauna, Turkish bath. It has a children's playground. It has a lot of areas, for example, for people to jog, because it's a very big condominium. We're talking about over 10,000 square meters of the whole property, and the apartments themselves are very nice. They all have balconies. The majority of them have at least 8 to 9 square meters of balcony, so very nice to relax at the end of the day, for example, in a very nice summer afternoon. And yes, we're talking about a very interesting investment opportunity here. We're talking about an average ticket here of at least 700,000. But it does depend. For example, the 2 bedroom apartments have a lower ticket, and the 4 bedroom apartments have a higher ticket. But it's around 750,000 average ticket. Although, please bear in mind that these are averages. If you want more specific information, please reach out to us. Next slide, please. Now we have Wyndham Residences here. So this is a resort. So this is one of the real estate operations and also a hospitality operation that will be opening in the near future. Next year is the projected timeline. And these are villas. Okay, so this is 25 minutes away from Lisbon. These are 3 to 4 bedroom villas. Very nice, very interesting, very spacious as well. And there's an average ticket price here of around 600 to 700 euros as well. The apartments themselves, the L Tower apartments, they do have a similar ticket, even though they are not, a villa, because the real estate location of Passo d'Arcos is one of the prime locations in Oeiras, right next to Lisbon. So we're talking about very nice and very interesting real estate investment opportunities for anyone that is listening and it is curious and has the willingness and is currently looking for investment opportunities in Portugal and nearby Lisbon. I think these 2 options are very interesting to consider as well. Thank you.
Thank you for the informative session, Matam. I know it's a very detailed information and you have explained it very beautifully. Understanding about the Platinum Fund and the strategic real estate assets in Portugal, which is owned by TLG Global, that truly add depth to our offerings. So it's great to see how the fund and investment can create both lifestyle and investment excellent value. So thank you. And for the viewers, I want to add one more line. I know it's it's a lot of information about the fund, real estate, and we will be going through to the Latvia one. If you have any queries right now in the live session, and post in the video sessions. Please do write us, do contact us. We are having a big team over the globe which can help you with the every and single details. So our next speaker is Misam Hussain with over 14 years of experience in business development. Misam specializing in forming strategic partnership and guiding clients through immigration paths. His in-depth understanding of immigration policies and market insights makes him a key advisor in client success journeys. Today, he will be introducing our Residency by Investment program, also known as Luxgene Smart Hospitality Investment. So thank you, Misam, for coming over. Over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Tara. Am I audible? Yeah, thank you so much. Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are thrilled to have you here today. So going further, so here I am to discuss about the Residency by Investment program. So I think, Martin have already explained us a lot about, Citizenship by Investment program. So, it's my turn to, just give you a small brief about what Residency by Investment program is all about. So here, TLG Global is offering, two programs. One was the Portugal program, which Martin have already discussed, and the other program which we are heavily working on, and it's been already 2 years that we have been working on this program, and they launched this program just 2 months back. It's called we have named the investment as Lux Smart Hospitality Investment. To talk further, can we go to the next slide? So this particular country, which is called Latvia. So Latvia is the country which is sharing its border with Lithuania and Estonia and Belarus. Okay, it is one of the Baltic state. Okay, and coming to if why someone wants to choose Latvia as one of their option for European golden visa. So there are many reasons to opt for Latvia, and one of the reasons are because of the quality of life and the complete Schengen access. You apply for this, and then you get the complete Schengen access and free access to free healthcare and political social stability. So these are like the primary reasons why anyone who is looking for a residency program should opt for Latvia. Now, talking about the program, this particular program is not very new to the market. It has been there from I'll say maybe around 15 years already. So it started in 2009, and Latvia had a thriving residency program back in 2009-10, and it went on till 2014. Okay, with up to 5,000 application annually. Okay, so you can imagine that there were 5,000 application annually, which was only for the program for Latvia. Okay, but the investment was in real estate. That changed when real estate requirement increased from 1,000 100,000 euros to 250,000 euros. So real estate at present is for 250,000 euros. Okay, so that has come down because real estate is much costlier, and you have a more affordable program versus the business investment, which is why we are here to talk about. Okay, going further, when we talk about the criteria, so Latvia has set some standards and criterias. So the criteria is we are using the share capital investment route allowed by the law, and we have gone above and beyond by investing nearly 10 million into the hotel called El Hotel Latvia, which is our own company, and the mother company is TLG Global, to meet the legal criteria. And the criteria is the company should hold 50 plus employees, doing an annual turnover of 10 million euros and annual tax compliance of 100,000 euros. And we are already fulfilling all this criteria because we have a company set up in Latvia which is called El Hotel Latvia, and we are already fulfilling all the criteria. Next slide, please. So talking about the terms, so this is something which is very interesting and the most important part of the of the presentation when we talk about Latvia. So let's break down the program. So minimum investment is 100,000 euro. You can see on your screen. So minimum investment is 100,000 euro. It includes a guarantee buyback after 5 years. When you wish to exit the program after 5 years. So there's a lock-in period of 5 years. After 5 years, you have the choice of exiting the program, and you get the complete 100% buyback. So in return to 100,000 euro, you get residency permit for 5 years, and that has to be renewed every year annually. Okay, it includes spouse and children below 18 years. Okay, so your family with your wife and children below 18 years, it can be included in this program. Okay, with the investment of 100,000 euro, there's a plus of 10,000 euro. That is the donation to the Latvian government. It is a mandatory donation. That doesn't have the buyback because it's straight away going to the government. Okay, and all the legal and immigration support provided by us at no extra cost. Okay, so at the same time, when we talk about the eligibility for the citizenship or the passport that is arrived, that is something which you may apply after 10 years. So either you stay in the program for 5 years as a temporary residency and apply for permanent residency for another 5 years, and then you may apply for the passport or for the citizenship. Okay, and then at the same time, because someone has to visit, the investor has to visit the country every year to renew their cards, we are providing 7-day stay at TLG Global Hotel in Latvia and as well as in Portugal. So if they are coming to renew their card every year, so 7-day is on us, right from their pick up from the airport to their stay in hotels, and they stay in Latvia for a couple of days and they can come to Portugal and plan for their vacation in Portugal. So their stay is on us. So the next slide, please. So here, if you look at your screen, I think Martin have already explained about the structure of our platinum fund. So this is more or less similar. In the center, you see the name of the investment, which is called Lux. Lux stands for luxury, and this is our vision. We are focusing on the luxury when it comes to the hospitality and hotel sector. And as I told you, as I have mentioned, that we have started a company which is called El Hotel Latvia SIA. This is a liability company which we have set up in Latvia. We are already doing a business there, and the mother company is TLG Global, and the headquarters is in Portugal. Okay, so as you can understand from the structure, the new minority shareholder, the people who the investors who are investing in the investment called Lux, they become the shareholder of the company. They become a 0.1% shareholder. Okay, and at the same time, they get all the legal support and legal consultation from our in-house legal team, which is called International Investment Services. Okay, and at the same time, their investment will be focused. The area of investment will be focused on smart hotels, smart hospitality, hotel technology, and hospitality schools. So these will be the area of focus when it comes to the investment point of view. Okay, at the same time, when we talk about the security, security is everything for our investors. So the project is backed by the Wyndham Residency, which you can see on your screen on the left. Okay, so the project is backed by the Wyndham Residency. The value for that is 23 million euro. It's an asset of 23 million euro in Portugal, that serves as a collateral. So investor acquires 100k euro in share of L Hotel Latvia, a solid company with 11.9 million in social capital. So that becomes the collateral for this particular investment. So your investment is protected. Even in the worst case scenario, your funds are collateralized. So I hope I was able to explain you the structure, how will we function. So going to the next slide, please. So I'm sorry. Yeah. So talking about the quick cost breakup. So if you can see on your screen, there is 10,000 euro of reservation amount. Okay, that is that is transferred to the TLG account for the reservation, and then after the reservation, they get the period of 15 days. So in 15 days, they have to make the full payment of 100,000 euro. Okay, that after making 100,000 euro, the 10,000 what they have made as a reservation, that will be completely refundable. Okay, and 100,000 euro, as I mentioned, it is a complete buyback. And then there's a donation of 10,000 euro to the Latvia government. Okay, that is also a part of the the cost. So additionally, fees for insurance, biometric appointments, and document services, which comes to approx 2,000 to 3,000 over the period of 5 years. That is for the main applicant, and for the dependent, it comes to around 1,500 to 2,000 per person. So let's say you are a family of an adult spouse and minor child, then the cost comes to around 6,000 or 7,000 euros annually. But if you want to understand more about the cost breakup, you may contact us, and we will give you the complete breakup of the cost. So going to the next slide, please. So here quickly we want to give understanding to our viewers and people who are listening to us, the comparison of all the European programs, which are the most popular and the most of course the most popular program which is there in the market right now. So talking about Bulgaria, and then Portugal, which Martin have just explained. Okay, and then Hungary, Malta, Latvia, Greece. So it starts from 500,000, and if you can see, the comparison chart shows you Latvia is one of the most affordable when it comes to offering golden visa or maybe residency program. So it is coming to 100,000 euros. Okay, and then if you see programs like Bulgaria or Portugal, if you are looking for a citizenship in lesser time, I will say that Portugal is one of the best option, which is offering residency in 5 years. Okay, you take any other program, Portugal is the best when it comes to citizenship. But if you are looking for fast residency program, then Latvia is one of the best option, as well as the most affordable option available in the market. And rest of the thing, I think I have already mentioned, whether it comes to offering temporary residency or depend who all will be the from the family, who all you can include in the application. So it's spouse and children below 18 years. So processing time is also one of the best option for Latvia, because someone who's looking for quick processing time. So Portugal, as Martin have mentioned, that from the immigration department, it takes around maybe some months or maybe some years, maybe a year or 1.5 years also in some cases. But whereas Latvia, it is giving you temporary residency card in weeks. So this is something which is the main highlight of this program. So within like 2-3 weeks, you get the temporary residency card, and this is the USP of this program. So I think I was able to justify the table which is right in front of you. If there is any other query or any questions, do let us know. Thank you so much for having patience and listening to me. Over to you, Tara. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Misam. It was actually a very detailed walkthrough for the Lux1 program. And it is actually, you explained very beautifully how the fastest Latvia residency can be. And it can be also good for the individuals, family, doesn't need to have a relocation if they're looking for only the residency purpose. If there is also a citizenship pathway, so it's a very nice product which have you explained very beautifully. Your insights bring clarity to the process. So I have few questions for three of you. Like I can ask one by one to your expertise, like Bandamukta, Martin, and Mason. Bandamukta, I want to ask a question. How does TLG Global ensure transparency in investor and communications?
Thank you, Tara. It's a very good question, and it's very close to my heart because I communicate and I am in touch with mostly all our investors from across the globe. So, as I was saying earlier, that we are very proud to have a beautiful, bouquet of or a portfolio of investors from the United States, from countries like China, from all South Asian countries, South Africa, and many more, countries. So it's good, when I connect with them, I get to understand them in a much better way. And even they feel that, okay, they also have a face in the company with whom they can talk to. Of course, we have our team, we have our legal team, we have our accounting team. Everybody is in constant touch with all our investors. But if they have a face with whom they can, share their concerns, it becomes easier for them. So what we have done is we have a dedicated investor website where we upload all the necessary information, or say, for example, the monthly construction report. So our technical team is also dedicatedly working on, getting or making a construction report for all our projects related particularly to golden visa, so that all the investors who have invested in those projects get a time to time or real time update regarding the progress in the construction. That is one thing. I have also made it a point to have like a one-on-one call with all our investors and their family members, because they are also a part of the application. So we see that everybody is quite eager to have their residency faster. Unfortunately, Portugal took some time to get the residency, but most of our investors have been very patient. And, when it comes to getting a residency card, we are seeing it happening now in Portugal as well. And also, we follow clear guidelines and we follow all data privacy, rules. Basically, Europe, when it comes to Europe, it follows a very strict GDPR, so data privacy is of utmost importance. So we ensure that all the documents or all the information shared by our investors, because they place trust in us, so we ensure that it never goes to any third party. It's always with the concerned persons, and in this case with only our legal department. Not even I have access to it. So all these things make it really a very good experience for our investors to be a part of, to have an association with TLG Global. And we would like to welcome more investors. So yeah, that's it, Tara, from my side. Thank you
so
question.
much. Thank you so much. Yes, I can also experience this as I have entered this department and exploring all the golden visa relations and investor relations. I have learned a lot from you. So we have already made it an automated system internally to support 24/7 to all our investors, clients, B2B relations, to communicate be the simplest way and be available to them. It's a family company, and we are treating them like as a family. So you are not only an investor, client, or the B2B partner, you are family to us. So
Right.
Question for the Martin, please. Can you explain once more and clarify, because we are having two, you have explained two programs. One is the Platinum and one is the TLG portfolio. Can you share if it is connected to the TLG portfolio, does this connect to the Golden Visa program or not? That's a two different part, or it does connect it?
So the real estate assets that we have, unfortunately, they cannot directly nor indirectly connect to the investment fund. Like I said, the Portuguese real estate golden visa process was ended in the summer of 2023. And the paths that remain, be that, for example, donating to a charity that is eligible for these purposes, or depositing a certain amount in a bank, or choosing the investment route, for example, in Platinum One, all of those cannot have any relation directly or indirectly to real estate, and that is stipulated by law. Okay, and unfortunately, those two are not related. However, we do have a very good track record managing and adding value to our real estate properties. I can tell you that there's another property that we have, an office building, that was not presented here because it's offices, but we also can, talk to investors if they are interested in, renting an office space in Sintra, that we took an asset with a 30%, less than 30% occupancy rate, and we are now at 90%. The same with, for example, L Towers. We had a lot of traction regarding interested parties that wanted to rent. So our track record in our real estate operations and real estate assets is very good. And the way in which we can link that to the Golden Visa process is that having a very good track record in that, and having a very good track record in the real estate Golden Visa process allows us to have a lot of confidence and in our investment option in Portugal. So because we do have success in other areas, we are very confident that they do translate to our investment funds as well.
Thank you so much for the clarification, because now most of the people who are attending this live and watching the post video, they can have a better idea, because there is a Golden Visa program, which is a Platinum fund, and there is a TLG portfolio, which can be also, the properties can be available as an investment option, it is not together. But however, all having a better life and having a better investment, both are available in TLG. So, thank you. Question for Mason, please. What are the top three key difference between Latvia program and other EU residency program?
So if I heard it right, you are asking me three main points, right?
Yes.
Three benefits. So you are asking three. I can maybe count to 5 or maybe 10. So there are many, as many as you can count. But yeah, like you mentioned, let us go by how you asked. You are asking for 3. So I'll tell you that Latvia's residency by investment program differ from other EU programs in its fast and quick access to the residency card. So that is number 1. Fast and quick access to the residency card. And then number 2 is affordability. So this is a second key point to invest for Latvia in Latvia. And number 3 is minimum presence required, or minimum stay required for Latvia. So technically it's just 1 day minimum stay required for Latvia. So these are like the 3 key point, if you ask. So I've just mentioned the 3 key points. It's known as one of the most affordable European residency program, and offering quick residency card and require minimum time spent in the country to maintain temporary residency. So I think I was able to tell you the 3 key points, and yeah, this makes it the most unique program present at present in the market right now.
It was correct because from your presentation and from your the session you have provided us, I was also note down that the three options are the affordability and the fastest and the lowest requirement of the stay. So I agree with you. And for like this, I can thank you so much to all our speakers for the informative session, and special thanks to all of you who joined us today. And I would like to say there is a booking meeting QR code, and there is a WhatsApp QR code, as you can see on the screen, on the number, website, and also the email address, so you can reach out. Also, there is a data room link. If you are reaching out to any of our the section, even from the link, WhatsApp, email, or website, so our team will be connecting with you. If you have any further queries or questions, please feel free to reach out to us directly. Have a wonderful day and stay connected with us. Thank you so much, Misam Bandamukta. Yeah.
Lara, just to add on, I would also like to reiterate that our team, our board of directors will be in Mumbai on the 9th and 10th for the IREX. Yes. I think Misam will also be there for the IREX exhibition, which is going to happen at the St. Regis, Lower Parel. So anybody in Mumbai or any other part of India, please feel free to visit us there and meet our board. So yeah, that's from my side. Thank you so much, Tara.
Thank you so much, Bandy. So yes, as Bandy mentioned, 9th and 10th is available for the IREX event, and our board members and Misa Musan will be there. So thank you so much to all, Bandy, Matim, and Misan. We will have a wonderful day and stay connected with us all. Goodbye and see you in next session.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Have a good day. Thank you.
The Lakhani Group Global, crafting the future of hospitality in venture capital.